Hey guys, welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. I'm your host Andy, and in this video we are talking about Kinsky and a new contract for, supposedly, Tottenham's new number one. We're talking about new updates out of Tonali's situation and supposed progression in the Tonali deal. So we're talking about that as well. Hope the week's treated you well, and let's jump in and let's talk Kinsky, because David Ornstein has put out that Kinsky has reached a full agreement with Tottenham to sign a new contract. The keeper was already tied down until June 2031. It's a fresh 5-year deal with an option for an extra year on improved terms. So look, all things considered, he now looks like he's going to be Tottenham's new number one into next season. Obviously, Spurs have signed Martin Dubravka, who will be Tottenham's number two next season. Obviously, look, we know about Vicario and interests of Italy, and there's been Napoli, there's been Juventus, there's been I think Fiorentina at points. Obviously, with Paratici being at Fiorentina, the last sort of handful of games that we had under De Zerbi from last season and Kinsky played, the guy that we saw in Madrid was not the same guy that we saw in that last run. That last run was a goalkeeper who looked more assured. He looks more confident, more ready for the challenge ahead. And it was a challenge. Let's not sugarcoat that, and let's not play it down. It was a challenge. It was full of pressure. And you get, I get the idea of, hey, Kinsky's not shown a vast amount of data showing that he is, going to be a number one goalkeeper for us. But one thing I would also say is, well, the pressures of playing Brentford away in November, and Ipswich Town at home in October, it's not the same pressure as a run-in to keep this football club in the top flight, which Kinsky had a humongous part to play in it. So, look, I'll be real. I thought he was done after Madrid. I really did. I didn't think he had it in him, personally. And I love being proved wrong. And I was definitely proved wrong. And absolutely congratulations to Kinsky. Definitely deserves this leap of faith. And look, he's got experience in behind him with Dubravka, which I think is a great signing on paper. Okay. And hey, let's go ahead. And look, Vicario moving on has looked like it's going to happen. Obviously, we'll keep an eye out as to when and what and how. All right. But let's talk Tonali. All right. Moving on. And there's a few sources. I've got 3 for you. So bear with me. I'm going to start with Alfredo Padula, who said that Tonali is taking big steps towards Tottenham. Obviously, 10 days ago, he confirmed that Spurs were taking advantage of this deal, but he said, confirm what was anticipated 10 days ago, priority given to De Zerbi. Still a few details missing with Newcastle, and a bit of patience is needed. We're hitting the £100 million mark. Okay, so that's first one. Now, number 2, Damiano Feiner, saying that Tonali is 1 step away from Tottenham. And just to give you an idea, there's been other deals happening today where he has said the same sort of thing. So there's that. And then the last one is Prem Inside, saying that Tonali's agreed a contract with Tottenham. Clubs now expected to agree a fee for the deal in the coming days. So we could be sitting here, we are Friday the 26th. Let me just have a quick look. We could be sitting here for Friday the 3rd of July. Christ, the year's flying by. That we could be sitting here going, Robertson done. Senesi done. Van Hecke done. Dubravka done. Tonali done. Obviously, we're still in the midst for Fernandes, okay? We're still in the midst for Savinho, which I think with Savinho, obviously, City have spent a lot of money on Anderson, to 115 to 130 million pounds, somewhere within that realm. Spurs don't want to give the ammunition and money for City to then go again and go and get Tonali, okay? They don't want to do that. So, wrap up Tonali, then come back to the table with Savinho. The Savinho deal is not dead, by the way. For anyone wondering, it's not dead. It's still on. But I think Spurs are playing a game here. Let's be real. They don't want City to get a one-up on this Tonali deal. But if we take what has been said with it on face value, this is something that has progressed. It is good. Obviously, we've got 2 midfield deals that we're sort of working on with Fernandes and Tonali. They do, not saying that they need to wrap these up anytime soon. I'm not saying that whatsoever, because transfer deals take long no matter if it's a free agent or it's the world's most expensive signing. But when you're talking about somewhere between 170 to, let's call it 190 million pounds worth of players, these deals take time. They do. And they have progressed. Both of them, Spurs have agreed personal terms with both players. Both players want to go to Spurs. I'm not saying that it's their absolute definitive number one option. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying they would want to play for Spurs. It's now about getting the deals done. And with Fernandes, it's, a situation of Spurs can offer a bit more at the moment. With Tonali, Spurs have leapt ahead and they're trying to get the deal done. Let me know your thoughts down below on Kinsky and Tonali. And I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care. Peace.